you guys should have done this for homework. What did you guys get for your outlier? 72,000. Wednesday. Because I'm in the middle, Ulissa. Okay, so how does the outlier affect the mean, median, and mode? This one doesn't actually want you to solve, it just wants you to say what's going to change. We are continuing the notes from yesterday, Stephanie. So it's not going to make sense right away because you missed yesterday. Just start with us on example 4. Yeah. The mean is going to be raised. These are problems in the notes. Okay, so what would be a reason for 72,000 being larger than the rest of it? Yeah. Yeah. On yesterday's one that we were doing with the kids at the amusement park, they said that the reason in the textbook said the reason that the $16 was an outlier was because they probably made the website. It's like that's the dumbest thing I've ever read. What? It's asking why they would make more than everyone else. Why do people normally make more than other people? They're working at an auto repair service. They work harder and make 30,000 more than the second highest person. 30,000 is a huge gap. That's why they would be a manager. Okay, so on number 5, I calculated the mean. Oh wait, did anyone still need that up there? Okay, on number 5, I calculated the mean, median, and mode, and then I stopped there for some reason. So here's the mean, here's the median, and the mode. Oh. Okay, so for B, the mean, median, and mode are the same. So that one's obviously the best number to pick. What is my outlier here? 7.2. Why? Yeah. Yes. Okay. And D is why would this song be longer than the rest? Think about songs that are normally 7 minutes long. What's different about them? That's a specific song. So songs that aren't songs? I was looking at Kenzie's homework yesterday, and she had a pretty good answer. She's like, it's probably like a club remix. It's probably, okay, you can write that. Probably a Queen song. Yeah. So questions on whatever number this is, 5? It might make sense if you watch the video from yesterday. Okay. Okay. Will you come tomorrow? Okay. because it does. I added all 9 numbers together and divided by 9, and that's what it gave me. Yeah, because there's 9 numbers. Yeah. And then remember, median is the middle number. So when I write it in order, it's the middle number. 3.5, the one I boxed. Yeah. You take the 2, you mean what if it is even? Yeah. Because you write them in order from lowest to highest. If there's 2 numbers in the middle, then you add them together and divide by 2. That's weird. What grade was that? I don't say that, do I? I said you've learned this before, but I don't. You should know this by now, you know. Just kidding. Okay, can I move on or not yet? Yeah. This time they are, not usually. Most? No, the one that happens the most. Okay, while I'm waiting for people to finish, for those of you who weren't here yesterday, I said that for chapter 11 we're going to do it kind of weird because the way this chapter's set up is it's mostly analyzing data and there's not a lot of actual stuff to do. So what we're going to do is we are just going to do notes for all of 11, so that's what we're working on right now. It's this huge note packet, but will you listen to me? So it's a huge note packet. I'm not giving you any homework during this time, and then next week on Monday we're starting a project. I'll tell you more about the project next week, but the project is being counted as a test grade, and it's worth 100 points. Not during the notes. When we get to the project, that's when we it's not problems, it's like looking at your own data that you come up. Because the project is make sure you bring it back. What? I might grade this one since it's all I'm doing for this chapter besides the project. Well, then why were you upset? Huh? Okay, so the project is a survey, and then you'll analyze the results from the survey that you conduct. But I'll get more into that next week. Yeah, but I'll give you guidelines. You're not taking stars at all. Next week is AZ Merit English. Then the following week is AIM Science. Unless you're in biology, I don't think you take it. And the following week is AZ Merit Writing for English and Math. Yeah. Yeah, only biology takes the AIM Science. Yes, I have to check in because I get in trouble if I don't check in. They're going to notice if I go there without a class. I'm going to stay here. Can I move on? Okay, so I have some definitions on the next page. Measure, oh, I can talk. A measure of variation. Guys. Amanda, sit down. A measure of variation is a measure that describes the spread or distribution of a data set. Don't you still have it? Oh. I'm sorry. Alex, put your computer away. Manny, take notes. Okay. And then... Do you guys remember what range was? What? Oh, thank you. Yeah, the difference between the biggest and smallest numbers. It's on the next page. Yeah. So it's like, range is a measure of variation. It tells you how, like, it's how far apart the numbers are. Amanda, sit down. This class is... Ours is 15, 16. Yep. And you will have a lunch on those days. No. Technically no, but I get graded on it, and if you exceed or... I don't know, that's not the naming of it. But like if you get in the top 2 categories, meets or whatever, proficient and highly proficient. If you get in those 2, they'll change your grade for the class by a letter grade for the whole year. On the Easy Mary, if you get proficient or highly proficient, they'll change your grade in my class up a letter grade for the whole year. So like if you get an F, but you get proficient, they'll change it to a D. No, if you get an F in my class, but you get proficient on the Easy Merit, they'll change it to a D. So like if you get a D, they'll change it to a C if you get proficient. Yes, Jerry? Scores don't come until summer, so they don't change it until the summer, but when they come in, they will change it. I think last year they made, for math, I think they made 50 grade changes. The only thing is to go from a B to an A, you have to get highly proficient. But it will change it on your transcript, but then it doesn't change till like June or July. And I think they call you if they change it. It looks bad for me. It doesn't change your grade, but it looks bad for me, your favorite math teacher. Yeah, I have to. I can petition to get people off the audit list, but if they're on the audit list, I have to audit them. You don't get credit, even if you're passing, because you've missed too many days. They say that, but they don't do it. The tardies to absences, they don't count that. If you're on the audit list at the end of the year and you don't get yourself off, yes. Petition to get yourself off.
Wait, when do you know?
They'll send me it in May. I'll let you guys know. So like, they'll send me the list of names and then I'll check for my students and I'll take. But you can like things like if you have like a doctor's note, then they'll take you off it. Yeah. No, they still audit you with A's. Okay. So, number 6. Guys, quiet down. I gotta get through as much as I can before 9:45. Okay, so number 6 wants me to, it's telling me it's 2 different reality cooking shows and they both have 12 contestants. It wants me to find the range of the ages for both shows. So for show A, what is my highest age? Try again. Okay, what's my lowest age? 19. So 13 minus 19 is... What? Did I say 13? 31 minus 19 is... 12. Okay? Then I do the same thing for show B. What's my highest age? My lowest age? 19. So 48 minus 19 is... Okay. So it wants me to compare my results. So what's the difference between A and B? B has a larger range of ages. Why are you saying numbers? When you said 17, I don't even see where the 17's coming from. Oh, you're saying it's got a... I see what you're saying now. Yeah. Because I told you, this one is... Fantastic. This one is... Stephanie. This one's analyzing data. This is Algebra 2. This is statistics in the class. Yep. It's a large part of the Easy Merit. That's why we're doing it before we take the Easy Merit. So this project will take us up until the Easy Merit, by the way. I know, but I'm giving you 2 weeks to work on this project. No, after the Easy Merit, we're going back to Chapter 9. We're going back to 9 because for those of you who are taking college algebra or pre-calculus, you'll need that chapter. Okay. So it'll help you to go to Chapter 9 at the end of the year then. Okay. Questions on 6? Questions on number 6? Okay, so for number 7, it's the same group of people, but this time on show A, the 25-year-old is voted off, and the 48-year-old is voted off on the other show. So, yeah. So on A, I still need to find my range. So what's my range now? Okay, so that's still 12. But on B, my 48-year-old's gone. Apparently they were not very good at cooking. So what's my highest age in B? 32. No, you missed the series expression. But you're an awful person, laughing at crying kids. I felt bad for them because they think it's like this huge deal. Yeah. Okay, so now the ranges are more. Yeah. Yeah, it's still higher, but... No, I would have said the same, if they were the same. Similar means about the same. Remember in, like, geometry, when you did similar stuff, you had, like, the wavy equal sign? Yeah. And when they were equal, you had the equal... I'm sorry. I can't help who you had. I can't help you with that. Yeah, I heard that story. Well, wasn't it the day after the school shooting? I'm sorry. Okay, can I continue moving on? Well, it's comparing it to the previous example. Oh, that's fine. Okay, can I move on? Pause? Or me? Or them? The story? Okay. I'm gonna move on to the next page. Until... Okay, I'm not gonna move to the next page. I will not move on to the next page. I think I'm going to count these notes as 2 assignments, so it's going to be worth 10 points. So, if you're not taking notes, you're missing out on 10 points, Ambria. I do like your notes, Enid. They're very pretty. They're much better than mine. Oh. Yeah. You're not taking a test for this one. You're doing a project. Oh. Have you not been listening to me? Yeah. So this. Well, let me explain. So this one's looking at the data and like analyzing data. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna give you more guidelines next week when we actually get to the project. But basically, you guys are making a survey and then looking at the results. And then, yeah. Yeah. Okay, can I move on? Okay, don't freak out on me. No, 9:45. Okay, so this thing is called standard deviation, and what it is it's a way to figure out how much a specific number is different from the mean. So remember, mean is the average. That is sigma. Yep, it's a Greek letter. The higher you get in math, the more Greek letters appear. Because they run out of variables. English. Math is all about trying to like do it in shorthand. That's why we started turning the Greek symbols. But anyways, standard deviation. I look at how different numbers compare to the mean. Remember, x bar we learned yesterday is mean. The x with the line over it. So the way you do standard deviation is you find the mean, then you find the deviation of each value, which is whatever x value I have minus the mean, and then I square the deviation, and then find the mean of all the squares. This is called variance. Then I take the square root of the variance. So, like I said, we're not taking a test on this, but we are doing a project on this where you will be able to use your notes. Okay? Stephanie, what do you think is easier, taking a test or doing a project? Okay, but if you have to pick one, I know, I will tell you on Monday, but would you rather...
You did tell me.
No! I don't know! I did, and nobody seems to understand.
I understand.
Enid? Yes. So, the project will ask you for standard deviation. You will be able to use your notes, as opposed to taking a test where you wouldn't be able to use your notes to find standard deviation.
So how do you say?
Because that's not the Algebra 2 decision. Okay, so this one is still looking at the cooking show people. It wants me to... Jerry, why are you standing up? Thank you. Teacher Appreciation Week's the first week of May, in case anyone is wondering. It's on my calendar, right?
Don't forget.
Okay. Can I explain this before the bus evacuation? I want to teach. You want to learn? Then stop talking. Okay, so this one has found the mean for me. Apparently the mean is 25, or the average. Okay? Then what I'm going to do in this first column is I'm going to find the difference between the age, the actual age of the contestant, and the mean age. So I'm going to do 20 minus 25, which is negative 5. All I'm doing is subtracting so far. Yeah? You can see it right there, yeah. I can also zoom in a bit. Okay? What? I've only done one number, Stephanie. Yeah. So that's step number what? Well, I guess step number 1 is find the mean, but they already did that for me. So I'm going to go down the column and find all of the differences. Because you take numbers that are less than the mean. Yep. Yep. I'm subtracting these two. Yeah. Okay. So the next thing I want to do now that I found my difference is I'm going to square my difference. So I'm going to take each of these numbers I just wrote down and I'm going to square them. So negative 5 squared is 4 squared is 6 squared is I'm squaring them. I'm squaring this column. So 2 squared is 4. 4 squared is 16. 5 squared is negative 5 squared, negative 4 squared, 6 squared. Okay. So questions on finding this piece. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do after this is I'm going to find the variance. To find the variance, I take this column and I add them together and divide by 12 because remember there's 12 people on this cooking show. It's the mean of these numbers. There's 12 people because that's the first number I have. I'm going to skip the 0 because it's not going to change it. I'm finding the mean because they just came from this column. You're welcome. Then I divide by 12, yes. Okay. Wait, what's the number before that? Or you didn't do that? So you said the final answer is 17.6?
Oh yeah, 212.
Okay. So then I take 212 and divide by 12 to get 17.6. Okay, and then sigma kind of looks like a 6. And the way I find sigma is I take the square root of that number. So I'm going to take the square root of 17.6, which gives me 4 point, dang it, I want to round to 2. 4.2. So this number tells me that on average each each age is 4.2 years different than the mean age. Questions on this? That's a 2. I wrote the number down without checking to see if I needed it around. Okay, so what I want you guys to do is finish copying this problem down, and then work on 9 for homework, and then we'll go over 9 at the beginning of class tomorrow.
Oh, shit.